Hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Wang Hedi Drama Club. I'm Samantha, and if you're new here, welcome. Every week, I post videos about K-pop, K-drama, C-drama, etc. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to hit the bell notification so you can stay up to date on all my latest content. If you're returning, thank you so much for subscribing and for joining me for yet another video. Today, I'm super excited because it is my favorite Chinese drama actor's birthday, Wang Hedi, otherwise known as Dylan Wang. And in celebration of that, I've decided I'm going to do a video where I talk about my top 5 favorite Dylan Wang dramas. I've seen most all of Dylan Wang's dramas, and they're all fantastic. And these are just my favorites. Now, these may not be the same order as your favorites, but feel free to comment down below and let me know what your favorites are and what your top 5 of Dylan Wang's dramas are, because I would love to hear about it. Now, I will be reading somewhat scripted. I want to be able to tell you exactly how many episodes these dramas have, where you can watch them, a brief synopsis, and then tell you what I love about them. And I apologize in advance if I mispronounce any names. I promise I'm trying. Please don't come at me. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first one I'm going to talk about is Miss the Dragon. Now, Miss the Dragon is 36 episodes. You can watch it on WeTV, Viki, Tencent, and Prime Video. It stars Dylan Wang as Yuchi Longyin and Zhu Suk Dan as Li Ying, Wan Ayu, Feng Qinyu, and Gu Qingyan. Now, I realize that one actress just played a lot of people, and that's because she is reincarnated multiple times throughout this drama. To give you a brief description about the show, it's a tale of love and promises that spans 3 lifetimes. Li Ying, a maidservant, unknowingly saves a 1,000-year-old dragon named Yuchi. Now, I have to admit, when she finds him, he does not look like your standard typical dragon, don't worry. He actually kind of looks like a snake. So she really mistakes him as being a snake, and he's injured. In gratitude, Yuchi offers to marry her, but a misunderstanding ensues. Later, when Zhao Ho encounters danger, Yuchi pledges to protect her for 3 lifetimes to honor Li Ying's wishes. Though he silently stands by Li Ying in her reincarnation, it takes up to her 4th life as Gu Qingyan for her to discover his presence. Now, I don't entirely agree with this synopsis. I feel like there's a few things missing out of this. Overall, it's pretty good. But I would say that she does notice him in each lifetime that she's in. She doesn't quite know who he is, but he's familiar to her, if you will. And it seems like in each lifetime, she gets a little closer to him, and he's like, whoa, wait, gotta step back a little bit. Can't let her find out who I really am. So, but he does stay by her side, and he does protect her and keep her safe, just as he promised. Now, my favorite things about this drama is it's very cute, it's sweet, it's magical, and Dylan plays a Dragon King, which is just totally cool, totally different, super awesome. And his outfits are amazing, personally. I think that. The fighting scenes that we get to see him do are amazing, and he does them himself. He does not have anyone do the stunts for him. He trained for these stunts, which I think is amazing. Not that many drama actors do that, but he's very committed to doing his own personal stunts, and I love that about him. It also keeps you guessing on will they or won't they end up together, you know. So that's kind of exciting too. In one of her, like I said, in one of her lifetimes, she actually plays like a general, and he gets into the army, if you will, and his ends up being her like right hand man, and they like fight side by side, and it's super cool to watch. But I definitely recommend this drama. It's super cute and fun to watch, and it's one of those that just, you know, grabs you and you're kind of on the edge of your seat the whole time. And I personally binge watch most of Wang Hedi's dramas, so this is definitely a binge watcher. The next drama I want to talk about is Meteor Garden, the remake 2018. So it's 49 episodes. It's on Amazon Prime, Apple TV, Google Play, and it used to be on Netflix. Don't get me started on the things Netflix can't do right. Um, it stars Dylan Wang as Dao Ming-si and Shin Yu as Dong Shankai. And to give a little bit of a description about the drama, it's about an 18-year-old girl named Shankai who comes from a struggling family, and she's accepted into the country's most prestigious school where she meets F4, an exclusive group of the wealthiest and most handsome boys, not to mention some of the smartest boys. And they like to competitively play bridge for the school. Dao Mingxi, Huazale, Zimin, and Mezua are who make up the F4. Dao Mingxi bullies Shankai, who remains defiant and resilient in this drama. With Huazale's support, she endures the boys' pranks and starts to gain their respect. As she uncovers their true sides, her determination and the boys' evolving feelings lead to friendship and eventually romance. And again, it's a decent synopsis. I think there's some things missing, and we'll talk about that. Some of the things I like about Meteor Garden is the storyline and the relationship that Dylan Wang has with his F4 members. They are so playful, and the friendship is genuine. It does not appear to me like they're just acting. Like, they truly seem like best friends, and like they've been best friends forever, right? And the really cute and funny thing about them is their pranks. They're constantly pulling pranks in this drama, and it's so funny to watch. One of my favorite pranks that they like to do is where two of the F4 members will pretend to be Dong Mingxi and Shankai and their relationship, and they will mock them and pretend to be them. So one is being the girl and going, ah, and one's being the guy and is like, ugh. And they just mock them, and it's hilarious to watch, and it's so fun and cute. Another thing is the soundtrack is phenomenal. Love the soundtrack. I've listened to it on repeat. It's just so good. And what I also like about the soundtrack is they actually got the F4 members to join in on a song for you. The song for you, they did a cover of that to where all of the F4 members are singing it, and it is beautiful. And I love that they got the actual cast involved on the soundtrack. Something else I love is the relationship of Dao Mingxi and Shankai. I do want to preface this with I do not ship Dylan outside of his TV dramas. I believe he is his own person, and he is capable of choosing the right person when he's ready for that. For now, I just support his career and love him for being him. But I do love the relationship within the show. It's not your typical romance. She is very much stands up for herself, doesn't take no crap, and that's very impressive to see in a female role. She's not afraid of him, and I think that's partly why he likes her so much. Oh, well, this is like the first girl that didn't just fall at his feet and be like, I like you. Not to mention, it's the first girl that didn't seem like she was out for his money. This is also a drama that I like because you feel all the emotions, right? So you feel happiness, you laugh, you cry, you scream, and you talk to yourself a little bit of like, what just happened? It's an overall great drama, and I highly recommend it. The next drama I want to talk about is Unchained Love. It is 36 episodes. You can watch it on Viki, IQIYI, or WeTV. I don't know if I said that correctly, IQIYI. That's how I always call it when I talk about it, but maybe I'm saying it wrong. I digress. It stars Dylan Wang as Zhao Duo and Chen Yu Qi as Bu Yin Lu. And I'm going to give you a little bit of background about it. So this is a time period drama. It's during the Longhua period. Zhao Duo plots with Fu Wang to help him sit on the throne as emperor. Bu Yin Lu is a lady in waiting, and she was meant to be the emperor's woman. Due to her status, she was supposed to follow him in death. Literally, they kill all of the emperor's women. They hang all of them. And she was supposed to have been hung with them, but is saved by Zhao Duo because Fu Wang fancies her. and has an eye for her. She then stays at Zhao's manor, and they grow closer over time. However, they cannot reveal their feelings. So, this drama I particularly love because of all the fighting scenes that Dylan Wang gets to do. Again, he did all his own stunts, nobody did it for him, so he had to train really hard and learn all of these fighting moves, which look extremely impressive when you see them. Whew. Another thing I love about the drama is the secrecy of Zhao Duo and Bu Yanlu's relationship. Matter of fact, Zhao Duo buys a house next door to her. And what's funny about this is in Bu Yanlu's room, she has a wardrobe. One might say it's kind of like watching the Chronicles of Narnia because the back end of that wardrobe is like a secret passageway that leads underground, and it leads into Zhao Duo's house. And what's funny about this is they both take turns traveling under the ground to go to each other's places in secret in order to continue the relationship. What also is funny about their secrecy is anytime Zhao Duo is sent on a mission by the emperor, he's like, "Oh, well, I need to take Bu Yanlu with me." And if he gets questioned, he's like, "Oh, I just need to protect her. I need to keep an eye on her." And of course, the emperor's like, "Oh, yes, yes, by all means, take her and protect her. Keep an eye on her." And that's not what's happening. So it's a crazy, funny love story to watch. Again, it's something where you feel a lot of emotions in this drama. You're happy, you laugh. I feel like you laugh quite a bit. Bu Yanlu's character is just very comical, very funny. Matter of fact, in the very beginning, like as she's waiting to die with the rest of the emperor's women, she's eating, and they're looking at her and they're going, "Why? What? How can you eat right now?" And she's like, "Nah, I figure if I'm gonna die, I might as well, eat plenty and be full." And I'm like, that's a woman after all her hurts, okay? Something else I want to talk about is Dylan's co-stars in this show. Like, he has got some of the best relationships with other male co-stars in every drama he works in, and I love watching them. Like, every time he works with someone, it's so genuine, and the relationship seems so legit. You don't even look at them as, two actors acting. They seem like they've been friends forever. And that's what's so great about Dylan is, cast members, behind the scenes, people have all said Dylan is such a joy to work with, and he's so sweet, he's so kind and compassionate, so caring, and that he gets along with everyone and everybody loves him, and we love him for that. The next drama I want to talk about is Only for Love. Only for Love is 36 episodes. You can watch it on Viki or IQIYI. Hopefully Netflix in the future. Netflix, get it together. You're behind on the times. It stars Wang Hedi as Xian and Bai Lu as Zheng Shui. A little bit of background about this show is that Zheng Shui, a determined financial reporter, is chasing a career-making story by securing an interview with Xian, a young CEO investing in startups to give back. A mix-up brings them together unexpectedly, and as their paths keep crossing, they realize they might have more in common than they thought. Xian sees Zheng Shui her deep knowledge of startups and lets her write about his company, sparking frequent meetings. What starts as a professional connection may just lead to something deeper as their bond grows stronger. Again, for the most part, it's a good synopsis, but I feel like there's some things missing. One of the things is that Zheng Shui is, she's a financial reporter, but she's working really hard to get like their I guess you could say like the reports online. She wants to start an online platform. And so that's what her goal is. That's what she's working so hard towards. And so essentially when she gets her meeting with Xian, it's like, oh my gosh, this is my moment. This is my breakthrough. But what's funny about this show is you would think, as him being this like big CEO, he's probably the one that is courting her. But to be honest with you, it's the other way around. And she's very bold about it. She's like, "Could I court you?" And you don't see that very much in dramas. It's usually the guy, that's courting the woman, not, the woman courting the guy. So, what I love most about Only for Love is, first off, I love seeing Wang Hedi playing a serious CEO. This is probably one of the most serious roles he's played. And I don't recall, like, you rarely see him smile, to be honest, which is wild because Dylan has such a goofy and charismatic and fun nature to himself that seeing him so serious seems off. But he did it so well. Like, he did a great job with it. It's just so different and a completely different role to see, which he's big on branching out and trying out different roles. So I definitely think this was great to add to his collection of roles, if you will. But he plays a very serious role, and I'm just gonna say it. This is the first time we've seen him showcase daddy vibes. Like, big time. I'm pretty sure the entire internet, like, died a few times while watching this show because we just could not believe how hot some of the scenes were. Whew. I'm hot thinking about it. Okay. He had great working chemistry with Bailu, but again, great chemistry with his co-stars as well. The other male co-stars that are his best friends in the show, their storylines with him are also equally great. And again, it's like they've been friends forever. It's genuine, and I love seeing that. I almost think that I am more interested in his storyline with his friends than I am necessarily with like the main actress, just because I enjoy it that much. I enjoy seeing him bond with these people, right? This was also my first Bailu drama, and I thoroughly enjoyed her acting as well. She's very pretty and she's funny and seems very sweet, and so I thoroughly enjoyed watching her as well and became a Bailu fan because of the drama. The next drama I want to talk about is Love Between Fairy and Devil, and this is by far my favorite, number one at the top currently. That doesn't mean it won't change, but it currently is. It tops every drama I've seen so far, to be quite honest. It has 36 episodes. You can watch it on Viki, IQIYI, and Netflix. Netflix, you're doing something right. Finally, it's about time. It stars Wang Hedi as Dongfeng King Kang and Esther Yu as Fairy Orchid. Now, to give you a little background story. According to legend, Dongfeng King Kang of the Moon Tribe became an emotionless monster to gain immense power, killing his father, seizing the title of Moon Supreme, and leading 100,000 Moon Tribe soldiers on a path of destruction. To stop him, the first god of war sacrificed her primordial spirit, sealing Dongfeng King Kang's army and locking him in the Heoshan Tower. 30,000 years later, a disturbance in the Heoshan matrix draws Orchid, a weak flower fairy, into the tower, where she encounters the Moon Supreme. Their meeting triggers a series of events that could once again threaten the world's fate. Now, I'm going to be honest, I went ahead and went with this synopsis. It's not terrible, but I think there's a lot more to add to it. And I started, writing out my thoughts on what I thought the synopsis should be. And man, I got lengthy with it. So I'll try to be brief about it. I don't think there's enough said here about the emotionless part. Something they don't talk about is the fact that Wang Hedi, who plays Dongfeng King King, he had his emotions literally stripped from him as a small child. And we were talking in the most painful way imaginable. And to be honest, you can't imagine it because when you watch it, you're like, wow, that is like, I don't know what I would have imagined, but this ain't it. So, but it is explained as being excruciatingly painful and a long process. And they also talk about the fact that, he killed his father, but they don't explain why, what led up to that, or anything like that. That just kind of makes him sound like this just terrible person, which, to be honest, the drama kind of does paint him in that way in the beginning. He is like the worst, being in the three realms. And he's really not. Once you get more of his backstory and his character development happens, you're like, wow, I feel really bad for him. Like, my heart breaks. It's such a sad story. But thanks to Fairy Orchid coming along, they are now connected in ways that you would not expect. So, I don't want to give too much away because I definitely want to encourage you to watch it if you haven't seen it yet. Um, I do want to talk about why it's my favorite drama. Um, this was the drama that made me a diehard Wang Hedi fan. The first drama I ever watched of his was Meteor Garden. And when I watched it, I was like, wow, um, he seems pretty cool. He's very pretty. And then I think I went because I watched it on Netflix. I think I looked him up on Netflix to see, is there any others? And this popped up, and I was like, okay, sure, I'll check it out. Oh my God, was that a rabbit hole? Absolute rabbit hole. Um, he had me hook, line, and sinker, you guys. I absolutely love the storyline. It's a beautiful story. And between Meteor Garden and Love Between Fairy and Devil, you can really see just so much acting growth from him. Like, he really grew in his acting, and you can tell. It's phenomenal. And I feel like every drama we watch of his, there's more and more and more growth. So I'm super excited to see his future continue with all these new dramas he has coming out. The soundtrack is nothing short of amazing. I'm typically not a fan of like female singers, but this definitely made me a fan again. I have like listened to the soundtrack on repeat to the point that some of these songs absolutely round up on my Spotify Wrapped. Yes, and I'm proud of that. Also, Dylan was my like on my top 5 of Spotify Wrapped, and I was like, yes. But also, I love Dongfang King Kang's character so much as like the misunderstood character. So I thoroughly enjoyed that drama all around. I have rewatched multiples of Dylan's dramas just because I love them so much. And not to mention, we've kind of been in a bit of a drought for like the last little over a year waiting for a new drama to come out. Which brings me to Dylan Wang's newest drama that's about to drop. I definitely want to take a moment to talk about it and promote it and get you guys hyped for it. So, his new drama is called Guardians of the Dafeng. It has 40 episodes. It's going to be on Tencent and WeTV. It's possibly on other platforms. You'd have to Google it and see what you can find out, but I know it's on both of those. It stars Dylan Wang as Zhu Qian and Tian Ziwei as Princess Linen. And to give you a little bit of like backstory, because I haven't personally seen this drama yet, like I said, it comes out December 28th. So get ready for that. To give you a little backstory, because I haven't seen the drama yet, because obviously it's not out yet. The modern office worker, Yang Ling, unexpectedly enters the fantasy-filled Dafeng dynasty and takes on a new identity as Zhu Qian, a night watchman known as a Copper Gong, responsible for supervising officials and solving cases for the people of Dafeng. Using his modern knowledge, scientific understanding, and reasoning skills, he successfully cracks one bizarre case after another, earning the title of Dafeng's top investigator. I believe it. In the world filled with monsters, magic, complex human relationships, and hidden dangers, he and his like-minded companions bravely face challenges, willing to sacrifice themselves to fight against the dark forces within the court. Together they speak up for justice and the people, united in protecting peace and stability of Dafeng. Honestly, that sounds like a good synopsis. I give props. Now, I'm super excited about this drama because it is very much a comedic role. It very much gives the vibe of like it's going to be a pretty funny drama. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the co-stars he's going to be working with. And, like I said, I'm all about the like brotherly love bonding with his male co-stars and like that best friend bond. So I'm really looking forward to it in this drama. I am looking forward to seeing his working chemistry with Tian Zihui. I know this drama isn't super focused on romance as much as it is on the like comedic side of things. So it's going to be definitely interesting, but also a lot of fun to watch. And I'm excited to see Dylan in his just, natural, goofy, charismatic vibe that he always gives us on a regular basis. So I'm looking forward to seeing a more relaxed Dylan. I'm looking forward to the soundtrack. I'm excited to see what kind of songs are going to be on it. I'm excited to be seeing Dylan on a more regular basis since it has been like a little over a year since Only for Loved aired. So we're going to get consistent episodes that's got Dylan in it. So I'm super excited about that. One thing I am probably the most excited about is seeing him do his, as I like to call it, his little Sailor Moon pose that he does. I believe it's in the trailer, but he does it in the show, and it's so cute and funny. As soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that is such a Sailor Moon move. If I ever saw one. I do want to take a minute, though, and show you guys the trailer if you haven't seen it. So, without further ado, let's check it out.
你究竟是何人？
打更人。许七安。哎呀，天堂啊！大千世界变化万千，很多事情你不知道，并不代表不存在。
查案、巡街、抄家、监察百官、收集情报，这是打更人的日常。
Is he not adorable? I love his outfit, and he's so goofy. Did you see his dance moves?
可以叫我徐才，桀骜不驯是武夫。结果打更人靠我的规矩是哪个瓜皮想出来的嘛？看似离经叛道，精准的把握顶头上司的。
You see what I mean? He looks like he's gonna have so much fun with his teammates, his friends. I'm so excited to see that.
好功夫茶台，好
上道啊！
端正的生活作风，严谨却又不失人性的执法态度。我是看军中的日子究竟什么时候是个头啊？知不知道现在有一个恶疾叫近视眼？平民也好，富商也罢。
I'm excited for more fighting scenes because you know he did his own stunts. So I'm super excited to see those.
他从不勒索敲诈，但是心中一腔正义，行事自有章法。
阳不愧于天，福不作于人。
我虽是个小人物，但亦有自己的坚持。
小小喽啰，
匹夫。
He could take me out. It's fine. I accept it.
一怒，去你的！我许七安不当官了。
Well, there you have it. Guardians of the Dafeng is airing December 28th on Tencent and WeTV. So what are you waiting for? Go reserve it. Thank you so much for joining me for my first ever deep dive on my top 5 favorite Dylan Wang dramas. I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't checked out any of these dramas, be sure you do. And if you don't know who Dylan is, I can guarantee you he's an amazing person who works incredibly hard at what he does. Happy birthday, Dylan. Thank you so much for what you do. We appreciate you so much for all your hard work, and we love you.